Welcome guys to Tea-Hee.
Where everything is Tea-Hee.
I'm your girl Eve.
And I'm Leon.
And today's topic we're gonna talk about
Toxic tea.
And we're gonna talk about James Charles as well as Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. So let me take a quick breather. James Charles, is he a predator? So James Charles is like a beauty guru in YouTube lah. So apparently he's been hit with allegations again for grooming a young boy.
When you say again grooming a young boy, it seems like a very serious matter. But a very simple question. Who is this James Charles actually?
Oh my god, you don't know him?
No,
Come,
I didn't
sister,
know.
let me tell you about him. So like I said earlier, James Charles is a beauty guru in YouTube. He started his career back in 2015. And apparently, he became famous after a tweet in Twitter. He posted a picture of him recreating his high school senior portrait. He was wearing makeup as well as light ring lah.
Well, he does sounds pretty famous. How many social media followers does he even have?
Drum roll. 25.7 million subscribers.
25 million subscribers.
Yeah.
That's a lot. You know what? We should actually quit our jobs as hosts and get some popularity like James Charles, you know?
We could, but like, do you really want to be in that kind of drama? He has been through a lot.
What kind of dramas does he even did?
There's two segments. There's two topics we're going to talk about. It's Bye Sister 1 and Bye Sister 2. So Bye Sister comes from how James Charles always introduced in his video. He always say, "Hey sisters, welcome back to my channel." He used to say that. So Tati Westbrook, who is like a mentor and a friend to James, she released a video, like a very long video, saying that how James was like a very bad friend to her and how he like betrayed her for doing this and that lah.
It sounds weird that you said that Tati was his mentor and also his friend. Why would she actually want to expose James, knowing that they are actually used to be good friends?
There's like a few factors inside the video lah. So the first one would be that, do you know what's Coachella, right?
Yes,
The
Coachella.
music festival and everything. So back in 2019, before the pandemic hit us, Coachella was a very big thing. And like James didn't have the VIP pass to attend the segment, like the VIP area. So he had like a friend, her name is Nikita Dragon. They were both famous in the beauty industry lah. For him to be able to access the VIP ticket, he needs to help a brand called Sugar Bear Hair to promote their product in order to gain the ticket. Apparently, that brand is Tati's Westbrook rival.
So I can assume that Tati was extremely upset that actually James would actually promote a brand which is supposedly her rival. And knowing the fact that they are good friends and Tati is her mentor, she felt betrayed.
Definitely. But why she reached out so is because that she said that James didn't even help to promote her business.
But you know what? I actually think that Tati is a rather sensitive person. I'm not saying what she did is wrong or right, but I actually felt that her being both her and also James, they used to be friends.
Yeah.
And obviously there are a lot of secrets being shared together by both of them.
Yeah.
And during that time, there's a huge mutual trust built.
Definitely.
And right now, it's just not about who betraying who.
Yep.
It's about breaking the trust that they used to have.
Definitely.
I can't seem to understand why she would actually bring out the secrets between both of them into
something into the media lah.
Yes.
Maybe because we never know how did Tati confronted James. Maybe she did confront James, didn't want to do anything about it, and that's why she's like, oh, I'm just gonna like splash everything out on the media lah. At the same time, while she was saying in the video, apparently she said that during her 30th birthday, James tried to like manipulate someone's sexuality.
Manipulate someone's sexuality. Now that is something else, you know, like...
True. Because James is part of the LGBTQ community. And like, when, I don't know what side of story she heard lah, because she claimed that James is trying to manipulate someone's sexuality, right? But James had an Uno reverse card.
An Uno reverse card. Wow. James definitely has a lot of things up his sleeves.
That's why. He came up with a 41-minute video saying about like, he had his receipts saying that why he did such thing on the Coachella, why he didn't do this, do that and everything. And more on the sexuality part, he claimed that the waiter, who is the person who is the victim lah, the waiter is actually bisexual.
So so I can only assume that Tati actually got some so-called news.
One-sidedly,
yes, one-sided
could be.
news that actually James has, has an issue with grooming someone, and she actually adding sugar, pepper, and vinegar and whatever she has in her hands.
Just like
yeah,
pick
yeah.
fight, you know.
I just feel like Tati shouldn't have done such a thing. It's like she's trying. It's if someone's career, someone's life.
Definitely.
The part where she got angry that James would actually betrayed her, that is one thing. But the part where she actually tried to destroy her career, his career, is definitely something evil.
Definitely. He came with receipts, right? Like the receipts, I tell you, is that he has a screenshot of the conversation saying that the boy is the one who actually approached her. The boy is the one who approached him in the first place.
So right now, people, at first, I assume that everyone actually believed Tati, right?
Yeah, because of that, he lost like 3 million subscribers.
3 million subscribers.
That's a lot of people.
Wow, that's really a lot. That shows that what Tati has been doing is actually really taking a toll on his career. Because due to the fact that Tati and him used to be such good friends, so when Tati actually exposed something like that, people tend to believe, because people are like, oh, they used to be friends. Of course, she knows everything that he did. So I think Tati should really be more
mature about it lah. Don't be so petty and like, yeah, you should. Unless the situation is different where James really did not want to bother not apologizing or like coming out with the truth, saying that what happened, this and that. Maybe that's why Tati had the reasons to post it online and make it viral.
But you know what? Actually, celebrities like this, they actually live on drama, to be honest. Like,
true, that's how they gain views, and at the same time from views you earn what?
Like, I never even heard of James Charles until now that you mentioned him. Right now, he might have lost 3 million followers, but in the future, maybe he might gain another 6 million followers.
Who never knows?
Yes.
Even with James Charles, I know James Charles more than I know Tati. I didn't even know he was friends with Tati. So basically, to me, I believe like Tati was trying to find clout.
Yes.
Yeah, she was trying to like clickbait and like people watch her story, because apparently there's a lot of views on her story. And when James came out with like a 41-minute video, a lot of people is skeptical lah, because like, yeah lah, why suddenly Tati exposed? And like 1 week later or a few days later only he had a comeback. But luckily his comeback saved his career.
I mean, it's a 41-minute video. Imagine having the effort to make a 41-minute video, sitting down, having all the editings and the recordings, and
there was no editing. It was just straight up apology video.
Straight out, without any editing.
But it was funny because he became a meme. He became a meme for like trying to act as if he was trying to cry, but like at the same time that could be his true colors, trying to cry, like really crying. We never know what's going on lah.
With a 41-minute video, if he doesn't save his career, waste of effort, like literally waste of effort.
That's not effort based on what the things he did also. What?
Yes. But this Tati, if she really came up with this technique of getting fame based on people's downfall, she seriously has an issue for sure.
Maybe they didn't settle things properly lah. And then she like, you know what? You don't trust me? Let me just let your fans or let the people or the media prove that I am right. It's kind of thing. And who should side lah.
But do you actually think that what James claimed on the 41-minute videos are true?
I did watch the first Tati video and it seems convincing. The second one, I didn't pay attention because like it's a very long drama. But at the same time, I believe that he's still young lah. Everybody make mistake, right?
How old is he anyway?
He's 22 right now.
22 and they're causing drama right now.
Yeah. Okay, but like that's the summarized version of the Bye Sister 1 lah. We're gonna talk about Bye Sister 2. Bye Sister 2 part is a bit more severe because he has been exposed once again, right? This time this boy is just 16-year-old.
Oh, a 16-year-old boy now is involved. Now that's really something else for sure.
What happened was like this young boy, 16-year-old, he follows James Charles on Snapchat because like James Charles is very active on Snapchat. I follow him on Snapchat. He followed back this boy and they became friends lah. They became friends, conversation over conversation.
But I don't see any issue with being friends with a 16-year-old boy. I mean,
not yet.
Well, there's something that
I have something on my sleeve. There's like, apparently James has been asking for nudes.
Asking for nudes from 16-year-old boy.
Ooh, it's getting very hot here.
Definitely that is sexual grooming for sure.
Definitely.
Why would you want to ask nudes from a 16-year-old boy? What is this James thinking about? And the fact that he has already faced this issue
once, that's why.
The time when Tati was actually accusing him, all of that, he actually have this similar environment that he has to face. And right now he's actually really doing it for sure, in fact.
Yeah, and like this boy, apparently, I guess James was like gaslighting him, saying that, oh, if you don't give me this kind of pictures, I don't want to be friends with you, we can unfriend you. And like, you know, he guilt tripped him up to the point where like maybe he did give it lah, but because of this news that exploded on the media, more and more people are coming over and say, he did it to me also. He did it to me also. Like 18-year-old and a lot more lah came out.
So right now it's just not the 16-year-old claiming that he was actually sexually groomed. Not right now, there are even
more and more
multiple individuals claiming. So it seems to be James really did it for sure.
Yeah, I understand if both of them has consent, then it's 100% like their own circle lah, what they want to do with it. But this one is like 16-year-old boy, and like you literally groom a child knowing that you are famous and you know that you have power over him, and you are gaslighting him to asking him to send you this kind of photos, you know, which is like very, very inappropriate lah for him, even though he's like just 22.
I can say that putting my shoes in a 16-year-old boy, it could be he felt afraid of this little James because right now James is an idol, he's a celebrity.
True.
So he could actually gain many backups from his surroundings. He's very influential, in fact. So when this little 16-year-old boy decided to get away from him, it could be a problem to his image itself.
And like, oh, I cannot imagine the boy, so traumatic, quite traumatized. Not only that, but because of this topic, he actually went to TMZ.
TMZ, wow, you mean the news tabloid that?
Yeah, the one that's owned by Warner's bro. That is like a mainstream media. So for this YouTube drama to be entered in mainstream media, it must have been something dramatic.
Now, when you talk about it, yeah, I would think it's something really, really serious, because to have this story actually published on TMZ, a tabloid news, it shows that this issue is actually growing very, really big. And this people actually taking this matter very seriously, to the point that this tabloid find it interesting and they have to publish it. So what we can see is that James is really in deep trouble right now.
Yeah, definitely. But it's weird because after the news has been exposed, he still acts as if everything is normal. He posted normal makeup video, he tweeted online, he tweeted on Twitter, but he did address that he would want to make a video out of this situation. It's just that there was no update until now lah.
What I can see from this matter is that James is actually trying to let things die down.
True.
Yeah, he actually
marketing.
He actually feels that if he kept quiet for long, he hide in his shells for long, people actually forget about this matter and just leave him alone, and he can have his glorious, happy life. But unfortunately, for sure, the society are not
sooner or later lah, it will be exposed. But at the same time, like since he hasn't come up with any video, people can be still speculating along like about this. Like he's friends with Nikita, he's friends with Bradman, like a lot of people that he's friends with, but it seems like they never even bother trying to like call him out, or like there was no news on it. It died down very, very fast. But I think so those who are active in James Charles T would definitely stick with this content lah.
So right now we cannot really confirm whether he actually did it or not. But you know what? Actually, when a scandal happens, I find that there are actually certain truth to it, because when a scandal takes place, most probably it comes from a certain direction, which is in a way, is the truth. So as you can see from here, the scandal starts from Tati, and during that time, it was claimed to be false in the end. But right now, James, all of a sudden, James is being exposed for again,
but like
grooming.
from a different people. But at the same time, he doesn't have any comeback yet. So I guess what we can do is either wait for updates, or we can always wait for other YouTubers or anybody else who has any conspiracy theory on it.
Yes, but in the end of the day, we couldn't really say who is right, who is wrong. It's a matter of fact of who has the evidence, who is good in making the public relation, and who can actually convince the public, convince the society that they are actually right.
True. I think we should like wait for James to come up with a video. But for now, we're gonna take a break lah. Okay, see you guys soon. Welcome back, guys. And are you ready? Are you guys ready for the new segment?
I'm always ready.
Oh, we're gonna talk about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Yes, as all of you all know, we have a lot of news on Amber and Johnny biting on each other's necks. Like back in 2016, actually Johnny and Amber.
I heard Amber filed a divorce back in 2016 because Johnny was being abusive, right?
Yes, Amber actually claimed that Johnny was super abusive during his drunk days. And not only his drunk days, during his sober days, in fact. And there are actually a lot of evidence on from Amber, which are actually pictures of bruises from Amber. And these are all allegations made by Amber herself. And during the time of this incident, a lot of people actually supported Amber for sure. This actress herself, which acted in the movie called Aquaman, she was so famous in the movie to the point we didn't even realize that she's actually facing these problems. Am I right? She's so gorgeous, she's so pretty in the movies. Like we didn't even realize that at home she is facing something like that. It's just so unbelievable.
Like they always look perfect on set. We have the idea of them looking so beautiful on set, and they will still look beautiful at home, but we didn't know that it will be the opposite.
Yes. So during this time, we didn't even think that Amber would actually face something like this, but she made claims that that Johnny would actually do something like that to her. And right now, Johnny is actually facing a lot of trouble. He's actually being fired for a lot of movies.
Yeah.
I think the movie is like
Fantastic Beasts and also like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yep, I don't even see who can actually replace.
I can't imagine those. Like the roles have been replaced by other people. I don't think so. There's anybody suitable for it.
Like Johnny is such an iconic character. I don't even see who can actually take up his role. He has this specific character of his own, and right now he's being fired by Warner Brothers for this scandal, for this abuse matter that he's made towards Amber. So definitely his career is going downhill really fast right now.
I heard there was like parts where like he drinks, right?
Yep, he drinks and he also took drugs.
Took drugs, right? Yeah, like that's so crazy. Like for you to be an alcoholic, as claimed by Amber, that's what she said. For him to do drugs at the same time, it's definitely overpower to his like own lungs and everything, his mental health. I don't know whether it's safe or not lah.
But you know what? The topic for today is of course abuse on Amber, and I think Amber did have 14 accusations made.
Yeah, she did. I have it right over here. I'm gonna read over to you guys. The first one, Amber claimed that Johnny beat her when she made fun of his tattoo. Okay. Johnny set fire to a painting of Amber's ex and hit her. That's okay. Johnny was angry with one of Amber's friends and threatened to hurt her. That's like Cuckoo, okay. Johnny had thrown objects at Amber until she passed out after a heavy drinking, but Johnny denied and slept in the toilet after giving her a playful tap with his foot. That's a little bit too scary lah, huh? Amber claimed that Johnny assaulted her multiple times and scrawled graffitis in his blood on the wall with his fingertips.
Yeah, that's definitely gruesome.
Okay. Johnny hit Amber after her friends left her on her 30th birthday meal.
Yeah, so you can see that actually it feels like what claims made by Amber actually feels a little bit legitimate. Like, it looks real. Like, to be honest, like,
it seems convincing.
Yes, it's so convincing. It feels like Johnny is seriously such a violent person. But you know what? In year 2020, we actually had a big twist.
Okay, I'm ready.
Actually, Johnny right now claims that he wasn't the abuser. But right now, the abuser was actually Amber, and the victim is him that was being claimed by Johnny himself. Before we talk into detail with this, let us just have this specific recording made
on
Johnny.
a phone call, right?
Yeah, by a phone call by Johnny, and it has this conversation between him and Amber.
Let's listen for the recording lah.
Called me a liar, and yet
I watched you lie.
you called me a liar.
I watched you lie. I heard it. I was there.
There's no what. You still haven't told me what lie it is.
We'll talk
But
to-
yet every single time,
We'll
you
talk
know
to
you do this
Travis.
every single
Talk
time.
to Travis.
I'm not talking to nobody.
No.
That you go. I don't care. I really could care less. It's you every single time. You latch onto some sort of thing. When I already told you, I don't know what you're talking about. You don't even know what you're talking about. You still haven't even told me what it is. But run with it.
I have told you what it is.
No, you haven't.
I said to Travis, I said to you, hey, tell Travis what just happened. You
Oh, you
care
told me
less.
to do it. You
Yeah.
told me to. You said, go do that.
I said, no, tell him what just
And
happened.
I lied.
And that you punched me in the thing, and
You figured
in
it
the face,
out.
and you said, no, I didn't. What are you talking about? And I
didn't
watched
punch
you lie, and then
I
I
didn't punch you,
and
by
then
the way. I'm sorry that I didn't
You,
hit
punched
you
me.
across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you. Babe, you're not punched.
Don't tell me what it feels like to be punched.
You know, even a lot of fights been around a long time. I know. Yeah.
No, when you have a closed
You didn't
fist.
get punched. You got hit. I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch you. I did not deck you. I was hitting you.
You
I
can't
don't know
deck
what
me.
the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you.
How are your toes?
What am I supposed to do? Do this?
How are your
I'm not
toes?
sitting here about it, am I? You are.
Oh,
That's the difference
you
between
poor
me and
toes.
you. You're a baby.
Because you start
You
physical
are
fights?
such a baby.
Because
Grow
you-
the up,
Because you start
Johnny.
physical fights?
I did start a physical fight.
Yeah, you did, so I had to get
Because-
the out of there.
Yes, you did. So you did the right thing, the big thing. You know what? You are admirable. Every single time. What's your excuse when there's not a physical fight? Then what's the excuse there?
So we have there the recording from
Oh my
Amber and Johnny.
God.
Yeah, it seems really like right now Amber is actually the abuser instead
Yeah.
of Johnny. And you can see that Amber herself actually claimed that she actually hit Johnny.
That's why.
Yeah,
That's
and
why.
Not only that, we have more evidence actually. We actually have pictures of Johnny being hit.
Oh
and
my
yeah,
God.
You can have a look at some of these pictures. It's like so gruesome. Like, look at the bruises.
Oh my God, it's so good. Oh my God, his finger. It's okay. I don't want to look at it right now. I'm not gonna look at it right now.
And when you have a little detailed look on this incident between Amber and Johnny, you can see that actually the claims made by Amber earlier that Johnny was the abuser are actually based on her own words. She was
True.
the self-claiming it. She was her own witnesses and all of that. But what Johnny did, how Johnny have an upper hand in this incident, in this problem, is he actually gained witnesses, gained evidence from people around him.
Like
Instead,
proper proof and evidence.
yes,
lah.
he did not rely on his own word. In fact, right now we have evidence made by the personal assistant. I'll just read it right here. The personal assistant of Amber Hart, and this personal assistant is called Kate James. According to her, to my utter shock and dismay, I discovered that Miss Hart had in fact stolen my sexual violence conversation with her and twisted it into her own story to benefit herself. This, of course, caused me extreme distress and outrage that she would dare to attempt to use the most horrifying experience of my life as her own narratives. So you can see that Amber actually she fabricate a story made by her personal
Her own personal
yes, her own
assistant.
personal assistant, and it's so disgusting, you know.
It's crazy because like this is like something that is traumatic for her assistant, and she actually used against her for her own benefit to say that Johnny did this to me.
Yeah, it's like, why would she even do that? Like she is a woman herself. She would have felt how she would
How
have
traumatic, the
Yes,
empathy,
yes.
you know. Is
And-
there anything else?
Yeah, not only that, we actually have quotes from this personal assistant also. She claimed that I would receive a barrage of drunken text message between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. which were incoherent and abusive. So you can see from these quotes,
This is from the assistants saying that Amber was drunk, is it?
yes, this assistant Kate James actually claimed that every time when Amber was drunk, she would actually send a lot of abusive message to her personally. And yeah, it's kind of ironic because every time Amber claims Johnny is the one who is drunk, who is the one abusive. But right now, we have claims from other people saying that Johnny is the one that seems to be sober all the time. The one that's always drunk is
Amber.
Is Amber. She always take wine, always in influence alcohol. So it just feels weird. It feels out of place when Amber said that,
Johnny is the one who did it and everything.
yeah.
To me, the conspiracy of my theory is like, is she bipolar? Or like, does she have split personality? It could be true because like what she see over there, what she tell to the media, and what she do is like as if like she portray herself like Johnny is the one that is her.
Nah, I don't think she has any issues like that. I think what she's trying to do is just to get out of the trouble. I mean, she hates Johnny for some reason, and now she's making up stories between.
Just to get off from it.
Yeah, just to get off from it. And sadly, right now the society actually is very, very furious because right now, before this, when Amber was accusing Johnny, everyone believed her and everyone backed her up.
Correct.
But right now, Johnny has come to the positive limelight, and there are not much back up from him, especially from the person among the film industry. Warner Brothers didn't even take action on Amber Heard right now. Yes.
That's so weird.
I think it could be a stereotype between men. Yeah, because right now in society, man is always perceived as the most dominating creature, the most dominating gender, the most strongest gender among the women and men, and it could be a benefit to men, but at the same time, it could be a
disadvantage towards it lah.
a disadvantage, a downfall to men as well. Because right now, when men claim that they are being abused, or maybe men are claiming they are being raped or something like that, people tend to not believe such issues. Because how could a biologically stronger gender be abused, be hurt by a gender who seems to be a little weaker than yes.
I can sort of agree with you, but at the same time, like how Johnny, he does look bigger and stronger, but Amber could have verbally abused him and making him doing things to himself. That's the conspiracy theory that I would like assume, but at the same time, like I kind of agree with you because of the society nowadays, right? Like with the recent case and everything coming up forward, more people are scared that, like how you mentioned, it's very stereotypical of the society to assume that men are the ones that like bigger and stronger that will attack on the weaker ones.
But not only the stereotypes that is the issue right here. The one thing issue is when I find that when two couples among the celebrities actually fight, that tends to be very, very huge issue. Like for normal people like us, when a couple actually fights, when a wife and husband actually fights, it usually just end up with a divorce. But with celebrities, it always end with something else. Maybe a career being taken away from one of the individuals.
Yeah, because that is what the foundation of them, of how they are right now.
Yeah. So when issues like this happens, it brings a bad
very,
name.
very big impact towards it. I think so. I can believe that Johnny's story seems more convincing than Amber right now.
Yep, it seems very, very convincing that actually Johnny was the victim.
And like, just like a hot lesson to everybody, if you're in a toxic relationship, I can advise that you guys just like, if you see the red flag, just remove yourself from it. Don't try to figure out, oh no, he can change, oh no, she can change. Yeah, just leave it lah. I don't think so it's worth it for it.
Yeah, because that's basically how toxic tea actually brewed.
That's why. Why don't we wait for the court verdict, yeah? Okay, so I guess that's it for our episode for today.
And we'll see you next
Bye
time.
bye. Bye bye.